12:30 Eastern, right here on this page. I help you guys in your branding, recruiting, your social media marketing, whatever it is that can help you build your business, bring in more people to your business, acquire more customers. That's what I'm about, and that's what I love helping you on today. In today's show, I'm going to be giving you some big mistakes that I made while building my business. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and the one mistake I'll never make again. Okay, so as you guys are coming in, as you're tuning in, say what's up, say hello, say where you're popping in from, and as always, remember, you can always go over to ryanmcmorris.com/free, and you can pick up a free resource to help you build your business. There's a free resource for you every week. You can always go over there, ryanmcmorris.com/free. And you can pick up a free resource to help you grow your business. All sorts of cool stuff, from my daily routine all the way down to a free closing guide. So real cool stuff to help you out. So I'm going to go ahead and share this video. I appreciate Michael, what's going on? Mike Wimbish, what's up, dude? Thanks for sharing the video, my man. So we'll get into it. Let me share this real quick, and we'll get rocking. I'm going to share with you guys just a few of the mistakes that I made. Try to be candid. You know what I mean? Just, try to let the cat out of the bag, because I'm not perfect. I'll never claim to be perfect, even though, Wesley thinks that I think I'm perfect, which a lot of, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be perfect. I don't know. But I want you guys to know that, hey, I make mistakes. I've made plenty of them, continue to make mistakes. I think the most important thing before we get into a lot of the mistakes is understanding that, mistakes are a good thing. I love this quote, absolutely love this quote, but success is the worst teacher on the planet. Lambeau, man, I am not envious of the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I'm not, man. It's like 75 down here today, man. So, we are. I'm happy with 75. But one of my favorite quotes: "Success is the worst teacher ever." Right? Failure should be your teacher. Failure should be where you learn your best lessons from. And so, I learned my lessons from these failures, and you always don't have to have the teacher be your failure. Okay, I didn't say your failure has to be your best teacher. Okay, you could use someone else's failure to be your best teacher, because you can use someone else's failures to avoid a lot of the same failures or avoid a lot of things, right? So you don't have to go through them. You may not have to go through them as long as the person before you did. So let me share this out in one group there. Let's see if I can get it. Cool. All right, cool. Perfect. So what are the big mistakes that I made? I think one of the biggest mistakes that I'll touch on that I see a lot of people make these days, especially when they're growing a networking business, is hiding behind their computer or hiding behind text messages. As much as you don't want to hear it, I know I didn't want to hear it either, but we all make the mistake of hiding behind text messages, hiding behind our computer, and or not actually going out and meeting people and getting on the phone with people. It's okay to do that. It's okay to do that. At the core, we got to understand that building the relationship is the most important thing in life. I mean, past business and past everything, building strong relationships is going to pay you more in different avenues than any other thing you do, I promise. Now, how you build those relationships, that's up to you. But I promise, if your effort is to go out there and build really strong relationships, I mean, how many of you guys are on this and you're like, I want to build strong relationships? Okay, you know the importance of building a relationship with multiple people and multiple types of people, different types of people from all walks of life. You understand that it's extremely important to build a relationship with people, right? You understand that. You get that part. But I hid behind text messaging for a long time because I didn't want to get the no's. I didn't want to get the rejection. I didn't want to, I felt like it was, the easiest way for me to get my business, product, or service in front of people. Okay. And although text messaging is easy, text messaging can get you places, but we should be using texting or the Facebook Messenger or certain things like that so you can get people in person, so you can get people on the phone, so you can get people to the avenue of really developing a good relationship. Okay? So what I want you to understand, guys, is texting is a bridge. Okay? Don't look to always close a sale or get someone to join your team or whatever it is, whatever the outcome is for your process. All right? Make sure that you're not closing that deal or making sales transactions or whatever it is. Shouldn't be doing a lot of that through texting. Okay? Now, I'm not going to lie. There's still people that'll hit me up through a text message and say, hey, man, shoot me a link. Or, hey, what was the information about that? That's okay. Okay? But when you're in the process of developing, so when I'm talking about reaching out to the person and you're not in that you're in the middle of the process here. Okay, you're in the middle, you're in the meaty part of the process. A lot of times when people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I'm ready to buy this, or, and it's through a text message, they've already gone through the meaty part of the process, whether it be through a webinar, whether it be through one of these Facebook Lives, whether they've seen something, a sales video or something of that nature. What's up, Valerie? What up? Careful out there on the roads today, my friend. But understand that. So big one. Another mistake I made a big copy and paste mistake. When I first got into my networking business, I literally went down through my phone and just copied and pasted the same message over and over again. Now, knowing what I know now, when someone hits me with a copy and paste message, number one, I can tell. And for me, as effective as they are, sometimes it's lazy. Okay? Now, there's sometimes it's okay to be a little lazy in your business, right? But if there's that one person that you view as like, hey, this person, I really want them on my team, or I really, respect this person, or, that kind of person, that may not be the person you copy and paste the message to, okay? I'm all for effectiveness. I'm all for getting your message out there quicker, but maybe not so much. You know what I mean? One of the suggestions that I make for my teams, especially if they're going to do a copy and paste message, write out the message to genuinely first, and then, kind of use it as a template, and then you can put in different things for the particular person. Okay? That way you're just not popping a copy and paste message 200 times a day. One, that's lazy. Two, it's not really personal to that person, so they really see no reason to even engage with it or interact with it. Okay? Imagine how you feel getting that copy and paste message. So that's one of the biggest mistakes that I made. Moving on, because I really want to get to the number one mistake that I made in my business. Okay, I really want to get to the number one mistake that I made in my business, and I'll never make that mistake again. My number two mistake that I want to go over today is tracking. All right, I was a really bad tracker in my business, okay? And I would just go hammer down and just say, boom, I'm out of it. I'm just gonna go, right? When I started to look at myself as a business owner, I had to start looking at my numbers. And that's something that I never did before. So I had to start looking at my numbers. I had to know that, you know what, if I talk to 10 people and 2 of them actually take a look at the presentation, then I got to understand, okay, where my numbers come from when 2 people look at the presentation, 1 may join. So now what happens is if I go out and talk to 30 people and no one joins, I now understand that I understand my numbers. So I don't have to freak out if I talk to 30 people and no one joins. Why? Because I know that at some point my numbers are going to even out. So at some point, instead of having just 1 out of 10 join, I'm probably going to have 3, 5 people join all at once. I'm going to hit a spike. There's going to be a surge. A lot of people quit right before those surges in their business because they never track their numbers. Guys, pop a number 1 in the comment section if this makes sense to you. Because this is one of the biggest mistakes I made, and this is something that I've kind of mastered in my business, but I track my business extremely well now. Okay? I do a pretty good job of tracking my business. Why? Because if I know my numbers, and they start to get a little skewed in the middle, I understand that I know my numbers. They're gonna even out at some point. So if they dip, if they're here and it dips a little bit, I know that there's gonna be a spike. Okay? So a lot of us are looking for that spike in our business, but then we slow down the productivity because we're not keeping up with our numbers. So this is very, very big these are just some ways that you can keep up with your numbers. Email subscribers are a great. I've been hanging around the kids too much. I can't pronounce R's or L's. So email subscribers, great way to track your numbers. Track how many email subscribers are adding to your list every week. How many Facebook friends you have. How many people you talk to. How many people actually watch a presentation. How many people you hop on the phone with. How many people you text and actually respond. There's all sorts of things that you can look for your numbers. Okay, all sorts of things. Find out which numbers are most important to you and most important to the development of your business. All right, moving on. One of the biggest mistakes that I made, especially as a new marketer, I'm going back, time machine in it, about 3-4 years from now. Yeah, great. Everything is great. Going back 3-4 years from now, one of the biggest mistakes that I made. When you are moving quadrants, okay, when I say quadrants, you're shifting from the employee to the entrepreneur. You have to become a new person, okay? A lot of the skills that you have today as an employee that may have made you a great employee may not make you the best business owner, okay? When I came from my job and got into an employee environment, I got into an entrepreneur style environment, I thought that every skill that I developed over the 2 years of me working a job, over the 4 years of having a college degree, over the 12 years of having a formal education, I thought that those things would translate into being an entrepreneur because I was successful there. I was very mistaken to understand that you're going to need new skill sets. You're going to need to develop some new things. So even though you may be extremely good at what you're doing now, understand that those skills are probably going to have to develop, and you're probably going to have to learn some new skills. But the most important thing that I took from that, it's not always about learning new skills, okay? And I want you to repeat this. You can repeat it to yourself, or you can put it in here, okay? It's not always about learning new skills, okay? It's about forgetting some of the skills that you already have. I really want you to grab that. For everybody that's watching this, I want you to understand that a lot of times it's not about the skills you learn that are the most important. It's about the things you can unlearn, the things that you're going to have to unlearn, breaking the habits, and then transitioning those things into new habits. Okay? Now, those are my 3 things that I'm going to give you today, just some words of advice, but I'm going to give you the biggest mistake that I made right now, okay? So if you're ready for that, if you're ready to hear the biggest mistake that I made, the one that I'll never make again, be sure, click the share button. That way I know that you're ready to hear it. Okay, I want you to, because I want other people to be able to hear this too. So if you're ready to hear the biggest mistake that I believe that I ever made in my career as a networker, and the one that I'll never make again, all I want you to do is press the share button. That way everybody can get this message, okay? All right, cool. Jackie, I appreciate you sharing. Got a few other people sharing. All right, cool, guys. You're ready. Awesome. Excellent. All right, here we go. The biggest mistake that I made was when I started bringing in people to my organization. When I started really understanding how I could move people into an organization, I started moving customers in, I stopped. It was the biggest mistake that I could ever make. And you may be saying, Ryan, what'd you stop at? Well, I stopped developing the person when I brought them in. I thought that, you know what? They came in. They just got their business builder pack. They just became a customer. They're in. I can go focus on getting new customers. Now, although you want to focus on getting new partners and getting new customers, one of the most important things to do is develop the people that came in. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that I made, and I'll never make that again. As we launch into a new project with Wesley and I, as we launch into a new project, our main focus is the development of the people that are in. And that I cannot stress to you how important that is. Guys, when someone comes into your business or when you get a new customer, that is not the finish line. I want you to repeat that with me. Or repeat it in your head, doesn't matter. I just want you to understand that. When someone comes into your business or becomes a customer, that is not the finish line. That is the starting line. You have now gotten them to the race. Okay? I want you to understand that because, guys, it was one of the biggest mistakes. I made this mistake for at least 2 years, over 700 days of making this mistake. Now, I'm so grateful and thankful that it didn't go past 700 days, that it didn't go into making this mistake for a decade. Extremely grateful for that. I'm just out of my mind, just blown away that I was able to stop that. But if you're moving people into your organization, whether you're moving 100 people a week into a business or you're only moving, one person a week into your business, the development of that person, you have now just got them to the starting point. You've now just got them to the green flag. Okay, that is not the checkered flag. Your focus should go into the development of that person or those groups of people. One of the biggest mistakes that I made, I think I would easily vouch to say it's cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars because the focus was not directly on the development of that person. It was kind of they had the tools, they had everything there for them, but I expected them to go out and do what I would do. And people aren't going to be like you. People may not be as ambitious as you are. That ambition, it comes with time. It comes with growth. You have to learn how to meet people where they are and lead and pace them to get to a place where they have wings. They get to a place where they can fly by themselves. And that's going to be the place you want to get people because guess what? When people learn how to fly by themselves, they'll never fly by themselves. That's the beautiful thing about it. When you can teach people and develop people to grow those wings and fly by themselves, even though they can, they won't. And that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about growing an organization to 10,000, 15,000 people because 20 to 30 people will be responsible for that. 20 to 30 people will have the ability to build the business by themselves, but they won't. They'll become a team. And you'll have this team of leaders. You have this team of people that really understand the development of an organization. Biggest mistake that I ever made, never make it again. Junie says, yes, when someone comes into your business, that's not the finish line. Focus in the development of the person. Yes, focus in the development of the person. Do whatever you can to pour into your people. If you had a business where you employed people, remember, a lot of networking, you're in a volunteer army, all right? It's a volunteer army. If these were your employees, I definitely don't want you to get this mixed up with the people that are in your business thinking that they're your employees, okay? But, back when I was, my last official job that I had, they sent us on this training, and it was a week training, okay? It was a week training, and they spent at least $2,000 per person that was at that training. Now, the only people that can go to this training are they're in their first year with the company, okay? So they're investing in their employees, right? They're investing their money, their time, their efforts, their knowledge into their employees so they have better employees, right? Guys, if you have people coming into your organization, you have to invest your time, your knowledge, your expertise. There's certain things that you have to pour in to people that are in your organization. Now, how you choose those people, Mark Z needs to call, didn't get notified again. Yeah. Hey, just like Angela said, if you like lunch money, you want to plug into lunch money every day, make sure you press the like button on this page, and then you want to make sure to press follow and see first. I don't know why some people don't get notified, but if you want to make sure to get notified, make sure to press see first. Okay, but guys, the point is pour into your organization. Now, I got a treat for you, okay? For everybody that popped on live today, even if you're watching the recording, maybe something to even share with your teams, your groups, okay? I put together some pretty cool stuff at ryanmcmorris.com/free. Okay, so if you go to ryanmcmorris.com/free, what I've done for you is I've put together a ton of PDF documents that you can use for yourself. All right, they're absolutely free. You can use these documents to help you build your organization, and you can also share these documents to help your people. Okay, so just some examples. We have a consistency guide in there to show people how to be more consistent. The tricks, the tips, the secrets of being more consistent. There's the daily routine. I have my scripts are on there. I've got all sorts of tools for you that you can go to my website and download absolutely free. All you got to do is go to ryanmcmorris.com/free. I put a new one on there every Monday. So if you go back to that site, bookmark it, you can check it every Monday, and there'll be a new resource for you there to download, print off, share with your team, and help you grow your business. Okay? So that's just me doing things to pour back into my organization and giving you full access to this stuff so you can pour into your organizations as well. How's that? You guys like that? Is that pretty cool? You guys learned something from that? I know I sound like I'm getting kind of stuffy. Maybe it's emotion. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just excited. I just want to give away free stuff. But again, tag your friends, tag your teammates, tag your upline. You know, I mean, maybe your upline's that upline that just isn't really pouring into their people. You know, maybe sometimes it's up to, you know, us as a downline to say, hey, like, maybe you could do better, right? Because if they do better, you're going to do better. If you do better, they do better. I mean, this is what we're in this industry for. It's an amazing thing. So pour into your organization. Just as if you owned a business, you would pour into your employees. Pour into the people that are going to help your organization grow and run like an absolute machine. Okay? So, again, hop over to ryanmcmorris.com/free and check it every Monday. Bookmark it. Set a reminder in your phone for Monday morning and say, you know, I got to go get my free resource, and make sure you grab it. Okay, so make sure you grab your free resource. Share this video if you got value. Let's see, what time is it? I've got about 5 minutes left, so if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask me anything that you want around branding, recruiting, mindset, lead generation, exposure. I've got something pretty special that I'll announce right now, since there's a few people on here. I've got something pretty special that I want to announce, because I'm gonna go. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and make the announcement. If you didn't see a post from yesterday that, you know, is going to be around prospecting, recruiting, conversion, connecting, I'm going to be doing a workshop every Monday. Okay? I'm going to be doing a workshop every Monday. I just came off another focus group in January, and I think it's really it's got to happen now, okay? So every Monday night, I'm going to be pouring into you everything I know about prospecting, converting, closing, recruiting, everything that I know, okay? I'm also going to be doing something pretty special. I'm going to be doing live calls, okay? So you guys will be getting access to some calls. You guys will be getting access to role play with me, okay? So you're going to learn how to handle the toughest objections, okay? You know, a lot of times, you know, the Super Bowl's coming up, right? The Super Bowl's coming up, and the reason why I did this, the reason why I'm doing this, is because a lot of times, you know, for me, I was okay with practicing this stuff on real people, okay? I was okay with practicing this stuff on real people because I knew that, you know what, if I made the mistakes, it was okay. Because at some point it was going to turn around. I know where a lot of you feel right now. You're like, why would I go practice the stuff that I'm not good at with people that I want to join my business, right? I mean, if that's how you feel, pop the number 2 in the comment section. If that's one of the biggest things you're feeling right now, where you're like, yeah, I know I need to practice, but why would I practice on people that I really want to join my business or buy from me, right? Like, why would I practice on them? And it took me back about, I'm not going to give away my age here, but when one of the first jobs that I worked before we went out into the field, okay, Tasha said, who are you? I don't know. I'm whatever you need me to be, Tasha. Somebody can let Tasha know who I am. I don't know. Tasha said, who are you? Who is this guy? Who's this black guy with the mohawk? I don't know. But before we went out into the field, okay, it was a sales job. Before we went out into the field, we would actually role play with people in our office, with each other, okay? And we give each other the hardest objections. We get ready to go out and crush the day. And at the time, I was a lot younger, and I know I look young. I know, trust me, don't. I know I look young. It's okay. But at the time, I was like, man, why do we have to role play before we go out into the field? I mean, I got this. I do this every day. Like I'm pretty good at it. But now I understand it. And what I do with my VIP clients is we do a lot of role play, and it helps them a lot. Okay? Valerie says he's the plug, right? So what I want to do is give you guys access, and let me know. You can shoot me a text message. You can let me know here. But if that's something that you would plug into every Monday night, or if you couldn't make it on Mondays, you'd plug into the recordings at least. Let me know if that's something you would like. If you are in a place where you want to really learn how to be a master prospector, you want to be able to teach your people how to be good prospectors, you want to be that good conversion specialist, that closing master, if you want to learn how to really communicate people on a really high level, that's what I'm going to be doing every Monday night, and I'm going to make this extremely, extremely accessible to you. So if that's something that would interest you, let me know. I'm just getting some feedback here, and we'll set a date once we get some really, really good numbers. Then we'll set a date to when we're gonna launch this thing out. Okay. So again, thanks for plugging in with me. Lunch Money today. If you have any questions for me, always just let me know. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday. All right, Monday through Friday, 12:30 Eastern, my friends. Okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just a guess. It's either going to be 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I'll decide. Either 9 p.m. Eastern or 10 o'clock Eastern. But again, make sure to hop over to ryanmcmorris.com/free. All right. Grab your free resource for the week. I think this week's free resource is the customer avatar worksheet. So if you want to learn how to really talk to the right people, the best people for your business, go to ryanmcmorris.com/free. Grab your avatar worksheet, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Lunch Money.